Hey, walk off.
Good afternoon, Ravami.
Shalom, guys. You hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't hear that sound.
Oops. I think I figured this out. Actually, I have my Mishnah Berurah in front of me.
As opposed to where?
I was like over there. Every time I was like over there looking at the, trying to make some room over here.
Judah Samuel.
Samuel's Boger Tov.
Whereof?
Judah, you pre or post tefillah?
Post.
Jakey. Shalom. Yanni Cement.
10-1 for me.
Josh, Aaron Haas, Shalom Bracha. Ben Sternberg. Whoa. Shalom Bracha. Oh man, probably get ready for the shiur.
Yeah.
Jonathan Millman, Boker Tov. Long time.
Morning, Rabbi.
It's great to have you aboard. Great to see your face.
Good to be aboard.
Last night.
What?
Missed you at Chug last night.
Oh yeah, I apologize. I need to start joining.
Yeah.
I didn't you?
What did we do last night? We did Yachatz and we started Magid. What? It seems like we were getting our solid Kavua group over here. But we're missing a bunch. There's only 20. Yesterday were 26. If we can't catch his brother, then he's more Kavua than some of these guys. Okay. Yaakov, how you doing? Yaakov, it's getting pretty crazy over there in England, no?
We're on lockdown now. More or less on
Things
lockdown.
got bad really quickly.
Lockdown.
England was better than everyone else, no?
Ravami,
Yeah,
Prince Charles has it. Prince Charles has it.
I heard.
can I ask a Sherlock question?
Pretty sure, question. Yeah, well, guys are still. We want to make sure Zada's on time, so we stalled a little bit over here.
If I say Baruch Shamar and Ashrei and Shtabach, I'm gonna miss Shmona Esrei Nates. What do I do?
If you're gonna what?
If I have like 5 minutes before Nates, when I get to davening, what do I do? Should I skip Baruch Shamar, Ashrei and Shtabach, and then just say Shmona Esrei?
As long as you can still get to Nate's within a few minutes time, say Baruch Shamar Asher Yishtabach and Bergas Kriyat Shema.
What's like the
Can't skip Baruch Shamar Asher Yishtabach.
what's like the bounds? Do you have to say brachos or no?
You should say Berachos Torah and Berachos Shachar also.
And what's like the time boundary?
What do you mean? That's how many minutes after Nate's still okay?
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Nate's is getting early these days.
Well, it's hard to give it exact. A few minutes after Nate's, you're still okay. Shalom Yoni Arbach. Boker Tov.
Penis.
Okay. Oh, we don't have Rav Bina. We have Rabbanit Bina today. Hello, Rabbanit Bina. Connected. Boker Tov, Rabbanit Bina.
I'm trying to get my husband on.
Oh, we thought we were gonna get you today. Shalom, Rav.
Shalom.
Good to see the Rav.
I listen from the background.
Okay. All right, here we go. Rishus Rosh Yeshiva. Okay, we are in the middle of Magid. Okay, we're in the middle of talking about Magid. We talked a lot about Manishtana last time and affecting the kashas and stuff like that. We poured the cup. We're at the second coast, basically. We get to the end of Magid. Okay, we read through the Mechaber over here in Simon Tafai and Gimel Sib Zayin. Mosgevot Biad Kosheni. Okay, we poured the Kosheni at the beginning of Magid, and then we got all the way in one halacha, all the way to Lefikach and the bracha of Gal Yisrael. That's one quick halacha. Okay, that takes a couple of hours from the time of the second point and the second cup until the end of Magid, and generally in people's starim. Okay, over here it's one halacha because there's not so many halachas that connected to Magid. It's the biggest bits of the night. Sipur Yisrael Mitzrayim. But there's not so many halachas connected. But let's talk out a couple of things that we did not talk about yesterday. Number one, the Mishnah Berurah points out over here. Generally, we have halacha by a koshel bracha. Whether it's kiddush, havdalah, you have to rinse out the kos beforehand. Many people don't do this. They think the kos is clean. There's a halacha of shtifa v'adacha to rinse the outside and the inside of the kos. Over here, by kosheni, the shaila is, do you have to do that or not? Because you already did it by kosheni. That's the Mishnah over here. Sikot and Samaches. The Einut Tzarich Shtifa V'Adacha. This does not need Shtifa V'Adacha. Shekvar Shtaful Kiddush. Since you already rinsed it out for Kiddush, you do not have to rinse it out again before the second coast. That's going to be mutter to do without when it comes to the second coast. Okay, so that's one important thing. Next, Mishnah says. The way that the Haggadah is supposed to be said, Mishnah Berurah,
Good morning, Ma.
We do not recline during the midst of Haggadah. When we're saying the Haggadah, we don't recline during this time because why? He says the Mishnah Berurah, because rak be'aim of a yira, because you need aim of a yira. Reclining is like rich people trying to show chayris. But the actual Haggadah, reciting of the Haggadah, is supposed to be done be'aim of a yira. Morein of Rabbeinu of Merzel over here. Okay, it's true. It's supposed to be aim of a yira. Okay, but there's also supposed to be an aspect of simcha and excitement doing it. It's not supposed to be done with a out of only fear, and it's supposed to be done in a beautiful way with islavus and simcha also. Now we get to this end of this Mishnah Berurah in Katan Ayin Aleph, and if you check in the Haggadahs, you'll see this thing of what's the nusach of when we say at the end of the Haggadah, v'nomar lefanav shira or v'ne'emar lefanav shira. The Mishnah Berurah says, v'nomar lefanav shira, tzarich lomar v'ne'emar b'nikud tekel. It's supposed to be v'ne'emar, not v'nomar. Why? V'ne'emar is over. Because we're talking about the shira that they sent back in Mitzrayim. The Kaya Gulas Mitzrayim, because it's going back on the Gula of Mitzrayim, therefore it's supposed to be v'ne'emar. But you notice over here, obviously, there was some gersas that says "benomar," which is present tense. "Benomar lefanav," that we're saying the shira right now. All right, so Morein of Rabbeinu of Merzel Davka holds that is the Iker girsa, and he brings down over here. He brings down the Haggadah. If you look at Morein of Rabbeinu of Merzel's Haggadah, which is an unbelievable Haggadah. Okay, Rav Merzel says over there that the correct nusach is "benomar." And what does he say? What's the reason over there? Because we're supposed to, the whole idea of Sipur Yitzrayim, Laharos Atzmo Kilo Ata Yotzei Mitzrayim, we're supposed to show as if we are leaving Mitzrayim right now. And therefore we want to say V'nomar in present tense, Kilo we're leaving Mitzrayim. Therefore it's Lashon Hova and not Lashon Over like it's printed in many of the Haggadahs. That's the difference. You'll have V'nomar two different gears. Those are the differences.
Not getting it? Okay.
The two different nusachs over here. Okay? We get to, the Ramah said we're supposed to spill out 16 times. 16 times in the Haggadah when we get to the Makos and the Tzach and all those other things, and we go over there and we dip out of the coast. Now, how are you supposed to go ahead and pour out of your coast or dip out of the coast? So the Mishnah Berurah says over here in Sivkatan Ayin Daled, Noagim Lizrok Be'etzba. Which is the etzba? The etzba is the pointer finger. That's the etzba. How many over here are knowing to do it with their pinky? Okay, a lot of people do it with their pinky. The pinky, there's no real source to do it with their pinky. It's really the etzba. Okay, that's what the Mishnah Berurah Hashem etzba Elokime to remind us that the Makos Elokim with the finger of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's how it was done. The lo kamosh kata bagas min alizok bezer kata. Not like that's brought down in the minhagim to do it with the zer kata. Once again, your family makes us do it with the pinky. You can do it with the pinky. We see it's brought down in minhagim. The Mishnah Berurah prefers to do it with the etzba. That's how the Mishnah Berurah brings down over here. He says some have the minhag to go ahead and refill the kos after pouring out the 16 drops of wine to fill up your kos again. Rav Nevitzal then brings down another opinion. He says over here, some are knowing not to refill the kos. Just like we don't say Halal Shalom on Shvi Shal Pesach. When is the day of Kriyas Yamsuf? Because all the mitzvahs were killed over there, even though we're very happy we were saved. But still, a lot of people get killed then. Therefore, just like you don't say full halal then, so too says that's why some people don't refill the kos to show this ksas tsar. Okay, this opinion is not found too early, but the Ramah brings it down that why some people do not fill up the kos. Okay, that's what we had to say over here. We mentioned last time why we reveal the matzahs. When we don't reveal the matzahs, why we do that? Why we pick up the kos. Last thing before we move on is the last thing we should know, that the bracha of Geula, right at the end of Magid, right before we drink the second kos, we have this long bracha of Geula. Some say, or some have the question, why is there no bracha on the mitzvah of Yetzias Mitzrayim? Yetzias Mitzrayim is a mitzvah. We make a bracha on the matzah, we make a bracha on the maror. Why don't we break a bracha of Yetzias Mitzrayim? Answers some of the poskim that dafka the bracha of the geula. When we make the bracha on the geula at the end of the Haggadah, that's the bracha of Yetzias Mitzrayim. All brachas we have to say over La'asiyasan. We're supposed to say them before we do the mitzvah. We make the bracha al chilas matzah, then we eat the matzah. We make the bracha al chilas maror, then we eat the maror. Why don't we make the bracha at the beginning then? Once again, because if the whole idea of tonight, or the night of Pesach, is laharos is atzva kilu yatzim mitzrayim, you have to feel a little bit geula. You have to feel of the shibud. We're supposed to get our feelings going. Of once we are enslaved in Mitzrayim, maybe this year we'll feel a little bit more of what enslavement a little bit feels like, just a tip-tip-ah, okay? And then what it means to have a geula, Bezrat Hashem, we should have an immediate geula right away. Then once you felt that a little bit, then you could say the bracha of geula. Then you can make the bracha of geula. Before that, you can't make the bracha of geula, and that's why it's still connected to the mitzvah of Yetzias Mitzrayim. Moving on to Siman Taf Ayin Dal. This is based on a major machlokes in the Rishonim. Do you make a new bracha, Borei Pri Agafen, on the second kos or not? B'pashtus, we should not be making a bracha on the second kos of wine. When we made the bracha on the first kos of wine, we knew the second bracha was coming. We knew the second kos was coming. We didn't really have a hesach hadas. We didn't bench in the middle. After the third kos, you benched. That's an automatic hesach hadas, and therefore for sure we have to make a new Borei Pri Agafen on the third kos. But the second kos and the fourth kos are a big shaila. Do you make its own Borei Pri Agafen? And the shita of the Rush is that you do not, even though each kos is each a mitzvah. We've mentioned the first kos, second kos, third kos, and fourth kos. Nevertheless, you don't have to make a bracha on all those kos. You don't say a new Borei Pri Agafen on each kos, only on the first and third kos, says the Rush. The Rif and others say no, that since each kos is a mitzvah bifnei atzmohu, therefore you have to make a bracha of Borei Pri Agafen in each kos. He connects it the whole sugya. And in Chulin, those are learning Chulin this year. He connects with the thing. There's a very, very long riff. It's kedai to see in Psachim over there whether to make bracha also on the first and third coat. So you would imagine Machlokas riff rush. The Mechabers are passing like the riff, and the Ramash are passing like the rush. This is one of the few places we have it that it goes exactly the opposite. Says the Mechaber over here, Shota kosheni me'enu mevarach alav. Lo bracha rishona, v'lo bracha achrona. You drink the second dose, okay, obviously b'haseba as we learned before, but you don't make a first bracha, and you don't make an after bracha on it. She'ein mevarchim borei b'ra gafen kimal koshel kiddush, b'al koshel birkas hamazon. Only on the koshel kiddush and the koshel birkas hamazon. Only on the first and third coast. Those are the only ones you're going to make a bracha on, and this is the minhag amongst the Sfardim. They only make borei b'ra gafen on the first coast and the third coast. You don't see al-gefen kimacher coast shebevi. Only after the fourth coast, you are going to make an al-gefen that's going to cover the third and fourth coast. So we see over here the Mechaber Paskins like the Ashkenaz leaning Shitas HaRosh. However, the Ramah says Minhag ben Ashkenazim levarach bracha rishona al kol kos v'kos. We make a new bracha on each kos. Aval bracha achrona ein mevarchin rak achron levad v'chein das rov gaonim. We agree with the sheet of the Mechaber that bracha achrona we're only going to make after the fourth kos. That everyone agrees with. But we go with the day that holds on each coast. We go ahead and make our own bracha. That's the minhag amongst all Ashkenazim. First coast, second coast, third coast, and fourth coast. We are all going to go ahead and make a bracha. The Mishnah brings down in Simchat and Dali, trying to explain it. The minhag Ashkenaz says the Mishnah brings Simchat and Dali. I'll call coast to coast. Because you matchil ba'agada usher lishtos. Okay, because when you start the agada, it is usher to drink. At this point, it's usher to drink because that's our minhag. We don't drink anymore once we start the agada. Therefore, that's enough. That creates enough of a hefsek that you would require a new bracha on the kosher. But if you name it as Zainu Masik Lin Bracha, even though if you want to say this doesn't Masik Lin Bracha, we have another answer. Since each one is its own section, each one is its own mitzvah. First one on Kiddush, second one on the Haggadah, third one on Birkas Hamazon, fourth one on Hallel. Therefore, yesh levarich al kol kos bracha b'ifnei atzma. Al kol kos bracha b'ifnei atzma. Each one is going to require its own bracha. That is how we paskin halacha lemaisa over here. That is the minhag amongst all Ashkenazim to make a bracha on all four coasts. So that was Siman Tov Ayin Dalet. What? Moving on to Siman Tov Ayin Hey. Okay, we have now finished the Maggid. Yes, David Wolkoff.
Can you please mute Ben Sternberg?
Could do what?
Can Rav please mute Ben Sternberg?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was making noise.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, I do.
Rob, I'm muting myself.
Okay, I did it. Shkoyach. Okay. Siman Tov Ayin Hey. Okay, after Magid, we get to Rachsa. Yitol Yadav Yavarach Al Natilas Yadayim. Okay, we wash our hands and we make a bracha of Al Natilas Yadayim. What's that? That is Rachsa. Okay, very simple. We are washing, getting ready for the Al-Chilas Matzah, and therefore we have to wash our hands with the bracha this time. Oh, we had the Shiloh over here. How can we go ahead? We already washed our hands for Urchatz. Our hands are already clean. How do we go ahead and wash? Well, okay, say washed out of Chumrah. But how do we wash with the bracha? So says the Mishnah Bro over here, even though we washed for the karpas, kemoshe katav b'simin tavayin gimel sivav, mikol makom, keven damer bein time haggadah v'halel. Okay, we said the haggadah and the beginning of halel. Chayshin and shema yisiach daito v'nagam makom atunaf. We're afraid you mesiach das and you touched b'makom atunaf. You touched your armpit. You touched on your shirt, whatever it might be. You touch a dirty part of your body, and therefore you have to go ahead and wash your hands again. That's what the chashash is. However, comes the beralacha, Dira Maschil, Yitol Yadav. He goes over here and says, what if you didn't? What if you're pretty certain that you have not? You pretty much show me your yadayim. How do you go ahead and wash with the bracha right now? Because you've already washed once before. Okay, and he ends off the last couple of words of the Be'er Halacha, V'anachon shebofin zeh, yitame yadav koder tila kadei sheyuchol levarch. If one thinks that maybe he did not dirty his hands, he should metame his hands again. The lav dafka metame, as Rav Nebenzahl points out in the Mishnah Berurah, means to get his hands dirty, scratch your scalp, and then for sure you're gonna have to wash your hands with the bracha. That's the Be'er Halacha's eitzah for someone who thinks that maybe he was shomer as yadayim. Okay, if this year, I guess if you're wearing gloves. Okay, if you're wearing gloves at the Seder, you're extra machmer even in your house to wear gloves because of the corona. So therefore, in a kanami, you wash for urchatz, you wear gloves the whole time during Magid, there'd be no reason to wash your hands again for motzi matzah. You get a problem, you get a big problem with the bracha because your hands are already clean. Okay, that's in terms of rachsa. Okay, and it brings down that Shlomo Zalman was knowing to do this also, that he used to go ahead and make sure that his hands were dirty in order to go ahead and not get a problem of safek bracha. Let's start now the next section, which is one of the ones again with a lot of important parts. We get to the mitzvah of matzah, motzi matzah. Okay, we've already talked about yachatz and preparing for motzi matzah, but we've not gotten to the eating of the matzah itself. Okay, v'yikach hamatzos kaseder shenicha maprusa ben shtei hashlomos. You take the matzos in order, you have the broken matzahs in between two whole matzahs. That means really there are some Rishonim, the Gra included, that holds you only need one big matzah and the half matzah. You're fine for Lel Pesach. That's what it means. Lachamoni, you only have two matzahs. One of them is broken. Okay, but our minhag is to take three matzahs. We're machmir that we get lechem mishnah, two whole matzahs, plus the mitzvah of achilas matzah, plus the one that we're going to eat from for the mitzvah of achilas matzah, the broken matzah. So because matzah considers Neil brother ben shtei shlomis, biyochsam biyadi, you hold all three matzahs in your hand. V'yivarech hamotzi v'alachilas matzah. You make two brachas. You make hamotzi lechem min haaretz, and you make alachilas matzah. Once again, those families who are knowing that the balabais makes the bracha for everyone else, like Rav Nebenzahl says, is the preferable way of doing it because of Rov Amajis Melech. So one person's going to make the bracha for everyone. In a place that all the balabatim or everyone makes their own hamotzi, have their own three matzahs. Then they say that everyone's going to have to do this. You make hamotzi and you make the bracha al achilas matzah. The achar kach yivsa me'ashlema ha'elyona ve'aprusa mishteam biyachad b'yed b'leim b'melech. And afterwards, your botzea from the shlema ha'elyona, that's going to be like the one they made hamotzi on, the top full matzah. And the middle matzah, the prusa mishtei miyacham, and the middle matzah also, because that's the one you said alachilas matzah, v'yit b'leim b'melech. And then you go ahead and dip it in salt. That's the one sack of the mechaber. However, the Ramah says the eina minhag lipol b'melech b'layla rishona. Our minhag is not to be matbil on the first night of Pesach. L'chora, he means also the second night for those who keep 2 days. To pass naki ein tzarich melech. He says the reason is, like we learned in Hilchos Brachos, those were with us in Hilchos Brachos, because pas naki does not really need salt. Okay, over here the Mishnah Berurah brings down, there's actually another reason brought down in Sikot and Daled. Then in Sikot and Daled, he says, "D'tfeu near lechem oni k'sheinu tavel b'melech." Even if you like the matzah better dipped in salt, on Lil Pesach for Ashkenazim, we don't dip it in salt, because it's supposed to be the lechem oni, the aniyim don't even have enough money for the salt, and therefore, better for lechem oni not to go ahead and dip it in salt. You have it on the table. We learned back then to even have the salt on the table, that's to tell us for different things. Okay, over here you can have it on the table, but we don't actually dip into salt on Lel Pesach. Svardim l'chor would follow the mechaber to yes, dip in salt. Okay, so that is now the Mishnah Berurah also brings down another minhag over here. Does not sound like this from the mechaber, but this is what the Mishnah Berurah says in Sikon base. The balabais takes the three matzahs together, the whole, half, then whole. Okay, and he has them all together. He says, Kol shloshta, the Mitzikot base. How Yona v'atachtona b'shvil lechem mishnah. The top one and the bottom one is your lechem mishnah. V'aprusal shein lechem oni v'orach birkas hamotzi. He says birkas hamotzi. After finishing the first bracha, dainu birkas hamotzi, v'yaniach hashlishin zisham im yado. He lets go of the bottom whole matzah because he's already yotzi lechem mishnah. Now he lets go of the bottom matzah. He's holding the top matzah and the middle matzah. And then he goes to say alachilas matzah. So it goes like this. He takes all three matzahs together, and then he lets go of the third matzah. Now he's only holding the two middle matzahs. Okay, he's only the two metal matzahs, and he says, Baruch atah, Elokeinu melech hamashiach kedushanim tzavtzvanu, al achilas matzah, and then he goes ahead and is botzeya from both of them together. What just happened? What did I just do? 1 second. I don't know what I just did, but I can't see you guys anymore. Okay, I don't know what I did, but we're just going to continue over here. I see, for some reason, a big picture of Rabina, and everyone else is it. I have a couple of small ones on the side. Okay, my atzlach, I got a Rabina. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have the three matzahs. That's what we got over here. Then the Mechaber says like this: V'yochlam ba'aseba b'yachad. You take your botzeah from both the top matzah and the middle matzah. By the way, hamevin yavin, those who hold like the grub the rest of the year, that you're supposed to always botzeah from both breads. When you have lechem mishnah, there's a machlokas in the Rishonim, machlokas also in the poskim. Do you have to eat from both breads or just one of the breads? Most people just eat from one of the breads. That's good enough unless they have a lot of guests, so therefore they'll cut the second challah also. The Gra holds like the sheet of the Rashba that holds that you have to break from both lechems. This is how Morin Rabbeinu Nevitzal also does. He eats from both lechems every single Shabbos meal. According to the Gra, it's a little bit funny because the Gra only holds you have two matzahs. But if you would have three matzahs, the Gra then would hold, this is brought it down, I believe, in the code of the God of Moshe Feinstein, that he would hold you have to break from all three matzahs, two for Lechem Mishnah and one for Achilas Matzah. Once again, whatever your minhag is, that's what you should do. Okay? You eat them while reclining once again on the back of your chair. You're reclining while eating. Okay? He says over here that you're supposed to eat a kazayis from the top matzah and a kazayis from the achilas matzah. That means two kazaisim of matzah. Now, before even getting to the kazaisim, I just want to tell you, basically, Moreinu Rabbeinu Nevitzal points this out, this is a double pashut, that it's supposed to be eaten in a normal way. The shiurim that Chazal gave us was not a shiur. It's supposed to, kazayis b'gdei achilas pras means a kazayis eaten the way a normal person would eat a kazayis of food. Okay? And therefore, it's not supposed to be shoved down your mouth. It's not going to make anyone impressed. Wow, look at how machmir he is on Zechiel's matzah. Look at how beautiful he is. He's shoving matzah down his throat. No one's going to be excited about that. No one's going to learn from you to do that. It's not the correct thing to do. It's supposed to be eaten in a normal fashion. You're not supposed to be mafsik in the middle. You don't have to talk to your mother in the middle. You should be reclining and eating your matzah in a normal way during this time. Now, what exactly are the shurim? It's hard to give you exact shiurim because it's hard to get some pictures or something. But the basis is like this. Number one. A couple of things before we get to, maybe we'll even wait for kazayis for tomorrow. Okay, we've gotten through a lot there. Just a couple of things before we get there. I want to leave over exactly the shiurim for tomorrow. But it's like this. Number one is you have to be very careful that the matzahs belong to you. Okay? Just like your lulav and esrog have to belong to you, so do your matzahs have to belong to you. It's not good to say, I don't know, you told someone to pick you up matzahs, you'll pay him back, and you didn't pay him back. Okay? That could get into shilas whether the matzahs really belong to you. Okay? Better make sure that the matzahs have been paid for and they belong to you. Matzatchem, they're supposed to belong to you over here. Now, when you make the motzi and the gimel matzahs, we already talked about that. Now, what do you do? Does everyone have to have their own matzahs? Or what do you do? How do you get a kazayis when there's only 3 circled matzahs and there's 10 people at your table, or even 5 people at your table? You don't have enough kazaisim for everyone from that matzah. There's basically 2 different mahalchim. One is, Rav Moshe writes that it's a good idea for everyone to have their own 3 matzahs. You can make your own hamotzi, and you have your own kazaisim in front of you during al-chilas matzah. Even if the balabais makes the brachos, you could still have your own 3 matzahs in front of you the whole time. Rosh Zalman, Morein Rabbeinu Rav Nevitzal holds basically the best way to do it is just the balabais who's making a motzi goes ahead and has his own 3 matzahs. He'll take a little piece and make sure everyone gets a little piece from the middle matzah, from al-chilas matzah, even a little bit, and he'll take other matzahs and mash them the shiur of kazayis. That's a very simple way of going ahead and doing it, and that's the preferred method according to Rosh Zalman and Morein of Rabbeinu Rav Nevitzal. Like, Ron, you want to have your own 3 matzahs? You can have your own 3 matzahs, but there really is no reason to. Okay? Bezrat Hashem, as I said before, we'll continue from here. We'll get to the actual amounts to eat, how fast they have to be eaten. And Bezrat Hashem will continue on tomorrow. All Yisrael should have a refuah shlema. It should be a zchus, Bezrat Hashem, that this should end very quickly. Kol tuv, everyone. Have a great day. Harav, have a great day.
You too.
Kol
Menama
tuv, Rav.
We didn't hear you. Sorry, Rabia.
Avinu Malkeinu menama gefa minachalatecha.
Amen.
Amen.
Kol tuv shkoach.
Shkoyach, Rabbi.
Shkoyach to everyone. Shkoyach.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, Aaron has pointed out the other matzahs should be shmura matzahs. Make sure that they're somewhere that they're also shmura matzahs. Hand, machine doesn't really matter, or you can be yotzi with all of them, but make sure that the matzahs you can be yotzi with are matzah shmura, not regular matzahs.
Rav,
Don't
Yes.
fight about this.
if one wasn't Mikabo the fast yesterday, is there any reason to fast?
No fasting
No.
today. No fasting today.
No fast. Nevin's also not to fast.
No fasting.
Ravami,
Yes.
what's the whole thing with egg matzahs?
Egg matzah is called matzah shira. The minhag of Ashkenazim is we do not eat shira except for old people or people who are cholim that have a hard time digesting matzahs. Okay, if you see some eating matzahs, no problem. Let them eat matzahs, but generally we hold not to eat egg matzahs.
Is it kosher, or are you just eating that to fulfill?
We don't eat them at all.
matzah?
We don't eat them at all. We're
If your mother ever, don't scream anything.
Okay.
What about for a baby who can't eat real matzah?
you give it to your baby.
Give to the babies.
Ravami.
Yes, yeah.
So does that, as long as the Baal Bais has a kazayis, everyone else is okay?
As long as what?
As long as the Baal Bais has a kazayis of matzah, no one else has to?
No, no. But the thing is that you don't need to have a kazayis from his matzahs. Everyone has to eat a kazayis to be able to say their mitzvah. Okay?
From the box?
But you don't need. You can add on from the box. According to Merzel, you just take other matzahs from the box and to add on to your shear.
Is the
Okay. How
matzah
much is
from
the
the box?
kazayis?
That we'll talk about tomorrow.
Shmur
Bezrat.
matzah?
Okay.
Exactly.
Does the matzah from the box need to be shmur matzah also?
The matzah that you're going to use at this point of the seder has to be shmura matzah.
Even like you have the matzah from the Baal
If you
Bayis, if you have a piece.
Don't fight.
No, we have. I'm just curious.
Keep it avim.
That's one of the mitzvahs that they're very makbid in Israel. Everyone's got usually shmura matzahs they get for Lel Seder.
Yeah, no, here also.
Today, all the matzahs there are shmur matzah.
Today, even the ones in America, in Israel, everything's shmura matzah. Even in America,
I don't know America. I live in Israel.
Israel, everything's shmura matzahs mostly.
America also. Everyone's a shmur matzahs.
You have shmur matzah for the seder, but usually I remember growing up, you had shmur matzah for the seder, but the rest of the Pesach you had.
Oh yeah, you do.
Matzahs were not shmur.
You do
Yeah, it's not
matzah. During the week, you make matzah pizza on the regular matzah.
Right. I still don't understand if someone can once explain to you why is it that shmur matzah and regular matzah taste different. All this that one's watched for a long time, and I never understood.
Manischewitz is very good.
Yeah, the box matzah of the Manischewitz is great. It tastes very good. I just don't know why you don't add any ingredients or subtract any ingredients when it's shmur matzah. Nachon Rav.
It's cheaper.
It is cheaper. For sure it's cheaper. But it tastes better. Why does it taste better?
No, I didn't even know that there was machine-made shmur matzah, but we had it last year, like also on top of the handmade, and it was similar to the non-shmura machine-made.
Oh yeah? Okay.
How does machine-made matzah work? Doesn't it have to be l'shem mitzvah?
Well, that's the big machlokes. I'm sure Rabina could do a whole share on this.
I tell you a secret. Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, till he died, few years before he died, he used to eat only machine matzahs. Don't start the fight.
It's There's a lot of chuvos back in there, but basically when they turn on the machine, when they press the button on the machine, they do it l'shem matzah.
What go quicker, you bike or your car? Let's not start the fight of 100 years ago.
There's big fights because the matzah manufacturers were not very happy with it.
If you read the Chuvas well, you see as the main reason of the fight is parnasa. For the people who bake the hand matzah. Nothing wrong if somebody push the machine and send l'shem mitzvah.
Right.
We have not fight about corona.
Yeah.
How do you live?
Say hi, leave. Shalom. Say hi to everyone. You know anyone here?
Yeah.
Who's here? What do you see? Who's that? Ravina. Say hello. He's very far away, right? Is he very far away? Or he's in the Rova? He's very far away? He looks very far away. He's not so far away. You can't see him. You can only see him on the computer. It's a crazy world, Rav. That we have this able to give shiurim like this.
Oh, Hashem.
Hashem. How you doing, Aryeh?
Good. Baruch Hashem.
Long time.
Yeah. How's the Rav?
I'm doing well.
How's Ravina?
Oh, Hashem.
Good.
Oh, Hashem.
Nuremberg, you look like you want to talk. You want to say something?
Who, me?
No, not you.
I actually have nothing to say. Baruch Hashem, I've been getting better at not talking all the time.
Okay, good to see you, Ben.
You too.
Be well, Benji.
Benji.
What?
Benji, be well.
You too.
You have to be happy. You're not the simcha.
I didn't like what you wrote about.
It's still Adar, so I do have to be happy, yes.
Because that's the pasuk says it. That's not me saying.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, guys, have a great day. Enjoy Shiur. Take care. We'll see you guys
Rami.
tomorrow. B'ezrat Hashem.
Thank you, Ram.
Thank you.
Chodesh tov to everyone. Tov Klal Yisrael.
Amen.
Amen.
I kind of bang on that pasuk that nowadays the good deeds and whatever.
Be well, Aravami.
Kol Tov Arav.
Kol Tov.
Kol Tov. Wait, guys, could you guys go off? I already speak to Bina for a second.
Didn't come out right now.
Kol Tov, Matthew. Take care, honey. Okay, it's just me and you now, Rav. I just want to know, am I allowed to say something to the guys tomorrow? Or no?
I still don't know if I'm doing yes or not. Let's wait.
Okay. Please let me know so we can do the shoot.
Nothing is clear.
What?
Nothing is clear, my wife.
Hey. Here, I know how much you hate hospitals. I can only imagine you hate it 10 times right now.
Yeah, I'm full of anxiety.
Sure. I'm sure.
Okay, thank you for your
Refuah Shlema. Tagid Refuah Shlema. Tagid.
Amen. Thank you.
Give Rabina bracha. You have koach bracha, Ben Sion.
Sure.
Refuah Shlema.
Amen.
Hashem.
Kol Tov.
Kol Tov Arav. Feel good.
Let's go.
Oh, don't turn off. No, don't turn off.
Don't turn off. Sorry.